Hey guys, welcome back to Wonder Dads Gaming on Thursday night. Good to have you all back out here. We missed last week at Atlanta. Hope you guys didn't miss us too much for the broadcast. I was unfortunately not able to make the race. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys who won last week. So spoiler, if you want to I guess you can't watch it. I'll just tell you. So, anyways, last week, Marty Calvert won the race at Atlanta. We missed it. We weren't able to broadcast it, but everybody in the Fun League, hope you guys had a blast. Definitely one of those cool tracks to watch because it's kind of like a super speedway style racing. But congratulations to Marty Calvert. Gets his first win in the iRacing Fun League and his first win of the year in the 2025 season. So, congrats, Marty. And that's who won it last week. They were in the truck series. So, if you guys missed it, which I missed it as well, we missed the first truck series race of the season. We also didn't show you guys who won at Daytona, so we're going to go ahead and show you off Zach Ward. So Zachary Ward won the first race of the 2025 season at Daytona, the season opener. So congratulations to Zachary Ward. Gets his first win of the year too. So he's off to a great start. Guys, we're at COTA. This is race number 3 tonight. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. They're in qualifying right now. So we're going to go ahead and interview a couple of guys before we get started here. We'll see if I can pull them up, and we'll get this race started here momentarily. So just bear with us. Thank you for tuning in here. Good to be back. Second broadcast of the year. Let's go ahead and pull up Jeffrey Belk, and we'll see if we can interview him. Let me see if he's on track right now. So Jeffrey Belk is in the number 55. He is on track. I think he just came across the start-finish line, so we're going to go ahead and pull him up here and talk with him in just a second. So give me just 1 second here, guys, and I'll pull him up. Hey, Jeffrey, it's David on the booth. You got me?
How you doing, David?
Hey, how's it going, man? I know you won last year at Watkins Glen, and I know we didn't race COTA last year at all in Irish Fun League. We really didn't run too many road courses at all, but good to be back at a road course. How you feeling tonight about COTA?
Ah, never really been a fan of the track, but we'll try to make our way through it.
Alrighty, so how'd your qualifying lap go tonight? Are you feeling pretty confident, or are you is this one of those tracks that you don't know how it's going to go until you get out there?
Really don't know till you get out there right now. I'm just trying to get one banker in.
I gotcha. Alrighty. Well, I mean, you had a great race at Watkins Glen. We watched you battle with Brandon Fiedler all throughout that race last year in the 2024 season. Hopefully, more luck will go your way tonight here at COTA. It'll be interesting to watch you guys out there tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, Jeffrey. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Alrighty, guys. Jeffrey Belk, number 55. He is last year's winner at Watkins Glen. Sorry to confuse you. Didn't mean it's COTA, but this is the first time in the iRacing Fun League we're actually going to be broadcasting and racing during the normal season here at COTA. So it's going to be an interesting race. We went ahead and pulled up Jeffrey Belk, who was Watkins Glen's winner last year, and I think the only other road course we really ran was there's Jeffrey right there. And the number 55, I think the only other road course we ran was the Roval in the playoffs. So we only ran 2 road courses all of last year. And COTA, we actually took it off the schedule. But there is last year's winner at Watkins Glen. So let's see. We'll keep an eye on Jeffrey Belk, see how he stacks up tonight. Let's see. Roval was Luke Mahone. I don't think Luke Mahone is out there. I don't see him in the Discord. But Luke Mahone won at the Roval. And I think Brandon Fiedler's out there as well. Let's see if we can pull up Brandon and see if we can interview him real quick before we get started. Hey, Brandon, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, David?
Hey, I just want to pull you up here and see how things are going tonight. I know you were runner-up finisher at Watkins Glen last year in the iRacing Fun League, and then I think you also had another top 2 or top 3 at the Roval. So how are you feeling about these road courses?
Feeling pretty good. The track's a lot slicker than what I practiced on a little earlier in the week, so that's taking a little bit of getting used to. But car's still fast, so I think we can come out of here with something with a good finish tonight.
All righty, sounds good. Looks like right now you are number 2 on the qualifying board, and I was just speaking to Jeffrey Belk that you guys had a lot of passes back and forth at Watkins Glen. It was a pretty good race, so it'll be interesting to see how you guys do out there tonight.
Yeah, I think the car to watch tonight's going to be Steve. He's Steve in the 26. He put down quite an alien of a lap time in practice, and he just looks like he just passed me on his first qualifying lap here. So I think he's got a good shot to win this tonight. I'm not going to complain. He's on my team for this season, so the more the merrier, I guess.
All righty, sounds good. Well, thanks for talking with us, Brandon. Good luck out there tonight. We'll be watching you.
All right, thanks. Hopefully you can put on a good show.
All righty, there you heard it from Brandon Fiedler. He's going to be starting, it looks like P2, unless someone else can knock him off that qualifying board right now. Let's go ahead and pull up Steve Mormon, who is the talk of the town right now in fast lap times. And let's go ahead and interview Steve. Let's see if I can pull him up here in just a second. There he is in the number 26 car. Looks like he's about to pull off track. Hey, Steve, it's David Booth. You got me?
Hey, yeah. How are you?
Hey, so word on the street is you put down an alien lap in practice.
Yeah, I don't really know how that happened. I think I didn't get black flag for going off track limits, but I definitely went off track limits, so probably helped a little bit, but I don't see myself running in the 41s tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had a really fast lap time in practice, and so far everybody I've talked to tonight says, man, Steve's the guy to beat tonight if he can keep laying down those lap times, so it'll be interesting to watch out there.
We'll see, yeah.
Hey, man, you did really good at Watkins Glen. I can't remember exactly what your finishing position, but I think it was a top 5 finish. You almost had, I think you led a lap or two here and there. But all you EGR guys, you guys did really well at Watkins Glen. How are you feeling about COTA tonight?
I feel good. My background, my discipline is open wheel road course racing. I feel like I'm driving a boat, driving these Xfinity cars with how heavy they are and how much the weight shifts. So it's definitely a new kind of discipline, but I'm excited. I love road course racing. It's a good break from the ovals. I'm definitely more comfortable on a road. Once I get more laps down and get used to the track and the car versus an oval, which is still totally new to me. So, yeah, hopefully can keep it clean and don't really screw myself up and get a good finish tonight.
Yep, just try and minimize the mistakes as much as possible, and you should have a good night, man. But, yeah, we're looking forward to watching you guys race out there, and we'll see how you do tonight here at COTA.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, Steve. Good luck. We'll be talking to you later on.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard it from Steve Mormon. Had a great race last year at Watkins Glen and had a fast lap time in practice. Right now, it looks like he's P2 in qualifying. He just knocked Brandon Fiedler, as we mentioned earlier. Brandon was in P2. He just knocked him down to third. So it looks like Steve Mormon, as of right now, will be starting P2 on the lineup. Max Tronin right now is fastest in qualifying. He has the fastest lap on the leaderboard with a 142.49. So it looks like we're just waiting on qualifying to be wrapped up. Should be down here momentarily. I think we just have a few more seconds, guys, and then we are going to go ahead and grid these cars and get this race underway. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Go ahead, leave a comment, say hello, tell us who your favorite drivers or who you're rooting for in the comments, and I will pull them up and talk to them and interview them as this race goes on. Looks like white flag in the air. Qualifying is over. So Max Tronin on the pole. Congratulations, Max. Let's see if we can pull him up. Hey, Max, it's David up Blue. You got me?
Yo, how's it going?
Hey, congratulations, man, on the pole tonight. We'll talk about a fast lap, 142. How you feeling tonight at COTA?
Dude, I feel good. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how I got on pole here, but I'll take it. And I'm gonna have some fun tonight, so.
I was going to say, when I jumped in the chat, you said, hey, man, when I was talking to you about, or I was saying, hey, good luck out there, and you were like, yeah, I'm going to need it. I don't know, man, you started on the pole. You seem like you got what it takes to win this thing.
Yeah, it looks better than it feels, I promise, but it's still going to be fun, It's all about just staying smooth and not spinning or wrecking, So if I can just keep it clean, hopefully I'll finish top 5 is kind of what I'm hoping.
Heck yeah, man. Just minimize the mistakes, see what you can do out there. And, yeah, it's pretty crazy. We didn't even race at this track last year at all in the iRacing Fun League, so this is the first time for a lot of people, but should be an interesting race.
Yeah, man, the new configuration is weird, but it's kind of fun. So we'll see how it goes.
Alrighty, Max. Hey, good luck out there. We'll be watching you tonight, and maybe we'll talk to you on later.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Enjoy the show.
There you guys heard it. Max Tronin starting on the pole tonight in the number 8 from Walla Walla, Washington. Alrighty, just waiting for a couple more cars to get on the grid here so we can get this race underway. We're doing 35 laps here at COTA. I believe from what I overheard, these guys get 19 laps to a tank of gas here, so they're going to have to pit at least once or twice, depending on shifting, I believe. Looks like Marshall Dugan out there. He joined up on the grid. And we're just waiting for a couple more cars to jump on here, and we'll get this race going. Alrighty, pace car has pulled off. Cars are going to follow him around the track. There you have Max Tronin's going to lead these cars. I'm going to do my best to give you guys the best camera angles I can here tonight. We do not normally do road courses in this iRacing Fun League. These guys took a vote. A lot of them wanted more, some wanted less, but we decided to ultimately put this race on the schedule for the 2025 season. We didn't even race last year at all, so it's going to be an interesting race. This will be my first time broadcasting a road course in a while. I think we broadcasted, yeah, we did. We broadcasted Watkins Glen last year, but I believe I missed the Roval race. I don't think I didn't make that one, so I didn't broadcast that one last year in the playoffs. So this will be our first road course race in a long time. So it should be an interesting one, and just bear with me. And still learning all the corners here. I'm not real familiar with COTA. I did hear that not the iRacing, but the actual Cup Series is going to be running a shorter version than they did the year before. They're not actually running that whole back section of this track like they did the year before. They're going to actually run it shorter. So I believe instead of it being, I think it had like 20-something turns, now it's down to in the teens. Or I believe this track has 20 turns. All right, green flag in the air. This race is underway. Let's see if we can get a good view on these guys as they head down the front stretch into turn number 1. There you see Max all the way up on the high side. He's going to make it wide, come around that hairpin turn there. All righty, and right away, we already got a couple cars making contact. And there you have it, the 39 Brant Fiedler and Steve Mormon, the two guys we interviewed before this thing got started. They made contact in that first turn. And those guys are teammates from what I understand. Already off to a bad start. That's not how they wanted to start this race. But Max Tronin is going to still lead them on lap number 1. Brandon Fiedler also out there running a new paint scheme tonight. It's a good looking car. I love the chrome lettering on there. Let's go back up here to the front. It's Wes Gallo. He's going to take that lead away from Max Tronin. Oh, Max Tronin way off course. It looks like he went off track. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull up that replay real quick. There's Max leading this race. Looks like he's going to... Oh, gets a bump from the 07 of Wes Gallo. Bumped him off track. All right, I'm sure he's not too happy about that. Back to the front here, that's Wes Gallo in the 07, now leading with Zachary Ward right behind him in the 5. This is still lap number 1, guys. They're now in the final turn down the front stretch here, and Wes Gallo is going to lead lap number 1. Zachary Ward on number 5. He's looking to the inside to get around the 07. He is there. He's now door to door. Backs off just a little bit here as they head into turn number 3. Zachary Ward also running a new iRacing paint scheme out there as well. That blue number 5 on the side of the car. That's a good looking car. Jeffrey Belks right behind him in the 55 car. He's challenging for position. Remember, he won at Watkins Glen last year. Now up to the 3rd place position, gets a little bit loose. Let's see if he can get up there with the leaders. Philip Beaver right behind him in the number 60 Chevy Camaro. And if we didn't mention it before this race got started, we are in the Xfinity cars here tonight. We're running a mix of cars throughout this season. We We started off the 2025 season in the NASCAR Cup Series, and then we went to the trucks at Atlanta, and now for COTA we are in the Xfinity cars, so kind of changing it up throughout this season. I really do like the Xfinity cars. They handle really well. Kane Vandermark in the 5th place position. He is in that number 4 Chevy Camaro. As he makes his way around this track, these guys are on lap number 2. Troy Force says Dugan. Let's see if we can pull up Dugan, see where he's at. Alrighty, there is Marshall Dugan in the 16th place position in that number 20. And he gets loose. He gets loose and saves it. Almost spun that car right around. That was the final turn of this road course. Alrighty, back up here to the front. Jeffrey Belk is still chasing down the leaders of Wes Gallo and Zachary Ward. Zachary Ward is all over the bumper of the 07 car, trying to chase him down. Zachary Ward is not letting up yet. He wants that lead away from the 07. He's going to do everything he can to put the pressure on that 07, waiting to make his move. But he is right there around this whole entire track. Wes Gallo, though, doing a great job out there. He also had a good race at Watkins Glen, finished top 5. And now the second road course, we went to Roval. So this is technically his 3rd road course in that Racing Fun League. But nonetheless, first one of the year, doing a great job here at COTA, maintaining that lead. Just has to keep a couple guys back there behind him. Here is Marty Calvert, who won last week at Atlanta. Let's see, I think I got Marty in the chat. We'll see if I can pull him up here real quick. Hey Marty, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey Marty, I missed last week. I just wanted to say congratulations on winning the last race at Atlanta Speedway. Hope you guys had a good time. Just we unfortunately weren't able to make it.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was a long race, and a lot of little accidents, noopsies in the middle of it, and right there at the very end of it. So I was in the right spot at the right time.
All righty, man. Well, how do you feel about COTA here tonight?
I like COTA in the Cup car. This is the first time I've done it in the Xfinity car. This thing wants to kill me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely a big difference in the 2 series. Man, this is the first time in the iRacing Fun League we've been to COTA. We took it off the schedule last year, so a lot of these guys run here for the first time.
Okay. Yeah, I've raced it a few times in the trucks, and like I said, in the Cup car. Cup's just a whole different animal. It's a lot more suited to this, so honestly it's easier. Maybe that's why it's fun, but this is a challenge. It's definitely interesting. I like it. I like road courses in general, especially in stock cars, because they're not made for it, and it just forces you to try a little harder, learn some new things.
Awesome. Well, man, hey, it's good to hear from you, and like I said, congratulations winning race number 2 of the year. And we're looking forward to seeing more of you as this season goes on. So congratulations, Marty.
Thank you. Happy to be here, and thanks for doing the broadcast.
No problem, man. We'll talk to you soon. You have a good race.
Thanks.
There you heard it from last week's winner, Marty Calvert in the number 16 Chevy Camaro. Back up here to the front, Wes Gallo still holding on to lead with Zachary Ward right behind him in 2nd. Jeffrey Belk's up in the mix still too. He's up in 3rd. And don't look now, but Steve Mormon in that number 26 car making his way through the field has now moved up to the 4th place position. He lost a couple spots on that start, got into it with Brandon Fiedler, but now he's moved up to the top 5. Doing a great job here at COTA. We're looking forward to seeing what he can do here tonight. Right behind him is Kane Vandermark in the 4 car, and then Philip Beaver right behind him in the 60. Marty Calvert is currently in the 7th place position. followed by Brandon Fiedler in 8th. We thought Brandon would have made his way up through the field a little bit faster, but he's top 10 nonetheless. I believe he fell all the way back to the tail end of the field on the first lap, so he definitely made up a lot of positions. Still back behind Steve Mormon. Steve Mormon definitely gained a lot more than he did, but still a lot of racing left to go. We're only 5 laps in. Max Tronin, who got spun earlier in this race on lap number 1, he is now in the 9th place position. Behind him is Craig Bridge Jr. Rounding out your top 10, Corey Goodall is in the 11th place position in the 333 car. John Ziedrich III, he is in the 12th place position, trying to make his way through the field. He's gained 2 spots from where this race started. Mark Ward out there in the number 10 car, also running a new paint scheme. A lot of these guys run new paint schemes out there tonight, and they're looking great. That's a good-looking car as well. But Mark is in the 13th place position. Derek Moore right behind him. Derek Moore is in the 911 car. Marshall Dugan is in the 15th place position, and Jeff Laraway is 16th out on track. I like that on the side of his car. Shake and bake. Back up to the front here. The leaders have not changed in several laps. It's still Wes Gallo and Zachary Ward right behind him. There you have almost the whole field there on screen as they make their way around this track. Wes Gallo right there in front. This is a fun track to go to. It can be challenging for some, and it can be very unforgiving if you make a mistake, but some of these road courses I enjoy. I like going to Watkins Glen a lot every year, and COTA. I've raced here twice, just not in the iRacing Fun League, and it's always a pretty good time. I've made a couple mistakes through the S's, but it's definitely one of those tracks. It's fun to be here and track and challenge it. It's one of those races where you're not really racing against the other drivers. You kind of just race against yourself and trying to improve your lap times. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now with the top 3 cars on track. Trying to keep it smooth as they make their way around COTA. Now, I have not run this format, so this is very interesting to me. This, like I was mentioning earlier, this layout of the track is shorter than we ran, or than the Cup Series ran last year. I've ran the full version of this track, and that back hairpin all the way on the other end is very tricky and challenging. And then you have that real long straightaway that heads down into turn 12. That's a very challenging aspect of this track. But now that that's gone away, it looks like it's a little bit easier, but it kind of took away some of the passing areas of this track. So definitely it kind of hurts passing a little bit. As you can see, you don't see a whole lot of passes going on right now in the top 3 cars. We did see a couple of guys, as Steve Mormon and Brandon Fiedler, trying to make their way through the field, and they're doing a great job out there right now. But as you watch the rest of these guys, you definitely notice it's harder to pass in some of these spots of the track. Lap number 7, Philip Beaver, number 60, has a little bit of damage on the nose of that car. Go ahead and take a look at Craig Bridge here. Craig Bridge, last year in the 2024 season, he finished, I believe it was top 5 at the Roval. So he did a great job at Charlotte. Unfortunately, I don't think we broadcasted that race, so we missed it. But he had a great race at the Roval, and also had a really good run in the iRacing Fun League playoffs, excuse me. So he's out there having a good time. He's inside the top 10. We'll keep an eye on Craig and see where he can finish this car tonight and have a good run here at COTA. David Galloway says, sorry I missed you guys tonight in the process of moving. We'll be back next week. Oh, man, David, I didn't even realize it. I was so behind on trying to get this thing set up that, yeah, we're missing you, having you out there in the race tonight, and hopefully the move goes well. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Let's see where we're at next week on the schedule, if I can pull that up. Alrighty, leader still racing hard for P1 and P2. Let's go ahead and pull up that schedule real fast while I'm thinking about it, because I forgot where we're at next week. So it looks like next week we're at Phoenix in the truck series. So we've had next gens, we had trucks, Xfinity this week, and then next week on March 6th, we are doing 125 laps at Phoenix. That's going to be a fun one. I definitely like Phoenix. I'm not really good at it, though, and it's one of those races where we keep going back year after year for the Final Four championship race of the season, and I kind of wish the Cup Series would change it up. Hopefully they'll change the schedule here soon. But, yeah, that's just one of those tracks where I came down to the Final Four one year in the iRacing Fun League, and back when I was racing with these guys, and that was one of the tracks I could never handle. I would get up in the top 2, top 3, and then I'd fall back or mess up, and I'd just tire fall off. I couldn't keep the tires clean under me, and it's just one of those tracks. It's just not my style racing. I don't know. Can't figure it out. Zachary Ward, though, he's gone back-to-back championships at Phoenix, and he's won both those. So that's going to be a good race for him. We'll keep an eye on that number 5 car next week. Right now, Wes Gallo is stinking up the show in first place. We'll see if we can pull him up and interview him as he makes his way around the track. Hey, Wes, it's David O'Blue. You got me?
I sure do. How goes it, bud?
Hey, man, you're off to a good start out there tonight, leading a lot of laps. So far, I believe you led every single lap.
I have.
Man, you did great at Watkins Glen last year. All the EGR guys did great at Watkins Glen. And how are you feeling about COTA tonight?
I am not as prepared as the rest of my team, ultimately. I am having a lot of fun with it. I did not expect to be here, but it's only a matter of time till Steve gets to me. But this has been great experience just trying to lead some laps at a road course. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, we never really raced at COTA here in the iRacing Fun League. We actually took it off the schedule last year, but yeah, COTA's a fun track. A lot of guys don't like the road courses, and but yeah, it's definitely one of those tracks where you either love it or you hate it.
Road racing is probably the most fun thing to do, especially on the sim as a whole. It is just so difficult to fine-tune it. Like, by the time you think you're good at it, you go to a new track and you have no clue what you're doing again. And I think that's just kind of a turn-off for a lot of big oval fans. So it's I don't know. Just let's run them more, man. Let's get used to them.
Yep. Alrighty, Wes. Well, hey, man, I'll let you get back to racing since you're leading this thing. But good luck out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you later on.
Thank you. Keep an eye on Steve when he gets to me. I'm sure he'll make it look easy after that.
Alrighty, sounds good. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was your leader, Wes Gallo in the 07. We're watching Zachary Ward right now as he makes his way around this track in second place, trying to catch that leader. But look at Steve Mormon, though. He made his way up to third place. Jeffrey Belk falling back a little bit. Not falling back in the race. Jeffrey Belk, don't mistake me, he is now +2 from where he started this race. He's moved up. He started 6th up to the 4th place position. But Steve Mormon, though, just on a mission to get to the front. Started this race near the front, had that incident early on, went to the back, and now he's made his way through the field up to third place. So doing a great job here at COTA. Steve Mormon obviously is good at these road courses. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he can put this car in victory lane here tonight. Still looking for his first win in the iRacing Fun League, along with Wes Gallo. Wes Gallo still looking for his first win as well. And there you have it. Zachary Ward makes the pass on the leader for position. Oh no, Zachary Ward and Corey Goodall crashed. And Kane Vandemark. Hang on, let's go ahead. We missed a couple of these. Here's a replay. Locking him up. I don't know if I'd call that a crash, but that's what SDK was telling me. Jeff Laraway making it wide. Oh, Zachary Ward lost the lead already. Took the lead away from Wes Gadd. Lost the lead. Here is the replay from the lead. This is leading the race. Locks the brakes up. Can't make the turn. He didn't quite wreck. But, man, lost the lead to Wes Gallo. He's going to take that lead away and fall back to second. Now, I apologize. I'm saying they crashed because that's what SDK is notifying me as. But a lot of times it could just be off-track incidents like you see there, or a connection blink maybe as well. Mark Ward, oh, saves it, but spins it out, gets crazy loose there out of that first turn. Mark Ward needed to turn his luck around. Alrighty, back to the front here. It's Wes Gallo and Zachary Ward, still 1 and 2. Zach's trying to chase him back down, wants to get that lead back from the 07 car. Look at him right there on his bumper, swings it wide around that last turn, down the front stretch at the line. And Wes Gallo's going to lead another lap here at COTA. And look at Steve Mormon. He's catching these guys. He is way up there, only 1.1 seconds back off the lead. Keep your eye on that 26 car. He is on a mission here tonight. Now these guys have not pitted for fuel yet. They're definitely going to have to make at least 1 or 2 pit stops here tonight. I believe it might just be 1 stop we see for fuel. They might not even take tires out there, to be honest with you. A lot of these road courses, they'll save their tires. They don't wear out as much as you would think. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But we're watching Steve Mormon to see if he can get to the leaders and make the pass. That car is one of the fastest cars on track here tonight, followed by Brandon Feeler, who has rebounded nicely. He's now moved his way into the top 5. He's currently 4th, 6.2 seconds back off the leaders. Right behind Brandon is Marty Calvert, who we spoke to moments ago. He's last week's winner. And then back behind him is Jeffrey Belk in the 55 car. Luke Mahone is not out there tonight with these guys, so Jeffrey Belk is officially your last road course winner here in the iRacing Fun League. Max Troen still trying to rebound from that early spin in this race on lap number 1. He is currently in the 7th place position. He has Philip Beaver right there behind him. Behind Philip Beaver is Kane Vandemark, who is currently in the 9th place position. A little bit of damage on the front of that Chevy Camaro. Back behind Kane Vandemark, we have Craig Bridge Jr., who has moved up. Oh, he just passed. Making the pass. Kane Vandemark pulls off down pit road. So Craig Bridge moving up through the field. That puts Craig Bridge in the 8th place position. Having a good start of this race here tonight. 23 more laps to go. Oh, he swings it way wide. John Ziedrich right there at his bumper, almost trying to take advantage of that. That definitely gained him a couple seconds on that position. But Craig Bridge hanging on to P8 while John Ziedrich is in 9th, trying to chase him down in that number 95 car. And while we're out there, let's go ahead and pull up John and see if we can interview him real fast. Hey, John, save it at the booth. You got me?
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, man, want to pull you up and see how things are going out there tonight at COTA. I know last time we were on a road course, it was at the Roval, and you had a top 5. So how are you feeling about this track tonight?
I don't know if the top 5 is going to be happening, just because I was very conservative in the beginning, so I was kind of weary about getting cleared out or clearing myself out or clearing the field out, really. So kind of just running my own race, hoping to make it to the end. This place is very tricky.
Yeah, definitely. And I haven't even ran the shorter version yet, so I don't even know how those couple turns are or how to handle them. But yeah, we didn't even race this track last year in the iRacing Fun League at all. This is the first time we put it on the schedule, so it's interesting with the new layout technically, and first time here being broadcast.
Yeah, I was afraid of being getting incident points and getting disqualified, because every time you touch the rumble strips, you get a 1x, which is kind of bogus because that's the way you got to run the track.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, really.
Yeah, but so good thing I guess they have that turned off, thank God. So I'm just trying to push. I put in like 2 hours of practice yesterday. I haven't earned the lap time at which I think I can, so I don't know if it's just me being nervous or just trying to buy my time.
Alrighty, well, thank you for talking with us, John, and we'll be rooting for you. Hopefully get a good finish here tonight at COTA, but just want to say what's up, and good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Have a good night.
You too. Good luck. Alrighty, guys, back up here to the lead. It is Steve Mormon who took the lead away. Let's see if we can pull that back up. We'll show you a replay. So here is Wes Gallo, Zachary Ward, and Steve Mormon. Oh, and it looked like he got bumped. Let's take another look. Wes Gallo spinning out the 5, and Steve Mormon's going to capitalize on that. Let's go ahead and take one more look. Yeah, it looked like the 07 got in the back of the 5, as far as I could tell. There's the replay. Steve Mormon, now your race leader. .21 laps to go. Zachary Ward rebounded from that pretty nicely, still hanging on to that P2 position. Wes Gallo right now back there in P3. But that 26 car is the fastest car on the track as we speak. I believe these guys have not came down pit road for fuel yet. So it should be any time now. They should be making their pit stall. It looks like 15 laps. We are 15 laps in this race. Marshall Dugan looks like he crashed. Or went off track, maybe. Oh, locked him up, spun it out. That's going to allow Kane Vandermark to get around him. And there's no cautions out here tonight for cars going off track. And the reason for that is because it would just take way too long to get through this race. We would have, anytime a car went off track or spun by itself, we would have to get everybody to come around the track, get to the pace car, make a pace lap all the way around this track. It would just take so long. So there is no cautions out there tonight. It's basically being run like how the old NASCAR races were, where you don't have stages or nothing. And we just stay caution-free the whole way and see who can run this endurance race and come away with the win. So right now it's Steve Mormon. He's doing a great job. Brandon Fiedler's up in the mix. Moved his way into the top 4, and he's chasing down the leaders as we speak. That car looks like it's getting better and better as this race goes on. Definitely handled it really well going through the S's that time by. And as you can see, he's getting right there to the bumper of the 07 car. Oh, look at that, side by side, Wes Gallo and Zachary Ward racing hard for position. This is the battle for P2 right now. Brandon's waiting to make his move, trying to see what these guys are going to do in front of him. He gets to the outside of the 07. And Zachary Ward's still hanging on that P2 position, but the 39 car gets around the 07. And now moves up into the P3 position. These guys are falling back off the leader, though. Steve Mormon, he is just on a rocket ship. 20 laps to go, still maintaining this lead. Marshall Dugan down pit road. He's going to pull into his pit stall here tonight for the first time here tonight. The rest of the field makes their way down the front stretch into turn number 1. It's definitely an interesting race watching or broadcasting these road courses. Definitely got to do it a little bit differently than the ovals. You can't see everybody all at once. So if you have Steve, I just got notified Steve Mormon. Looks like he might have went off track. This is a replay from the lead. I think SDK is being a little crazy. I didn't see any issues there, so we're good to go. Oh, Brandon Feeler locking him up. Let's take a replay. Yeah, Brandon locked him up going into that turn. And Zachary Ward got right there. Now your two fastest cars on track are now in the lead. Steve Mormon and Brandon Feeler, P1 and P2. How about Marty Calvert, though? He's making his way inside the top 5. He just got into the 5th place position. Chasing down Wes Gallo in the 07 there, and Zachary Ward on pit road for the first time tonight. He's going to make his one and only pit stop. It looks like these guys might be able to make it to the end from here. I believe it's now halfway in this race, or just past halfway. So Zachary Ward on pit road. Steve Mormon is still your leader with Brandon Feeler right behind him for P2. Caitlin Weller says, good luck, John Ziedrich. Caitlin, if you missed it, we were interviewing John Ziedrich not that long ago on track. He's making his way down pit road as we speak. We interviewed him during the race, and I was congratulating him last year at the Charlotte Roval. He had top 5, and I was wondering how he thought about this race here tonight, but didn't say he was too thrilled about COTA, or not too happy with the, starting at the back here tonight. He's not too confident in finishing at the top 5 or near the top 5 here tonight. We got a lot of cars out here tonight, 16 cars at COTA, more than some of these road courses we go to. A lot of times in the Racing Fun League, we go to these road courses, and a lot of these guys will only run the ovals. So that's kind of why we took COTA off the schedule last year. A lot of guys wanted only the oval tracks, so we left only Watkins Glen and the Roval on the schedule. And that was mainly because a lot of guys would not show up. We'd go to a road course, and we definitely had a better turnout this year than we have in the years past at the road courses. Your two leaders on pit road, Wes Gallo, he stays out, while Steve Mormon and Brandon Feeler on pit road with Marty Calvert. He's on pit road as well in the 16 car. Max Tronin looks like he might stay out here. Yep, he's going to stay out and try and get some track position. I'm not sure how that works, though. Like, if you're a couple positions back on these road courses and you stay out while the leaders pit, if that helps you gain track position. Obviously, there's no cautions out here tonight, so I feel like that might hurt him a little bit. He might have to make up a lot of time when he decides to come down pit road as these leaders pass him. I know the longer you wait at these road courses, definitely the slower you get on lap times as the tires wear. Now, I don't know exactly as far as COTA goes or this layout that we're running this year, but I'm not sure if tires matter a whole lot. I know some of these guys won't take tires at these road courses. They'll just stay on the same set the whole race, especially since it's only 35 laps. But Caitlin, sorry about that. No worries. I appreciate it. Try to give everybody a little bit of screen time here. So right behind Max Tronin, Zachary Ward now moved up to the 3rd place position. We'll kind of run through the field. Steve Mormon, who made his pit stop on that last lap, he is in 4th with Brandon Fiedler right behind him for 5th. Marty Calvert, who is now in the 6th place position. Craig Ridge, who continues to climb through this field. He is now up to the 7th place position. Corey Goodall, who we haven't talked about much tonight, he's right now in the 8th place position. He's moved up 4 spots from where he started this race. Philip Beaver is back in the 9th place position in that number 60 Chevy Camaro. Kane Vandermark is rounding out your top 10. Jeffrey Belk in the 11th place position. John Zedrick right now is in 12th. He just did pit not too long ago. He has moved up 2 spots from where he started this race. Derek Moore is in the 13th place position in that number 911. He's moved up 4 spots from where he started. Marshall Dugan off to a rough start out there in the number 20. He is in 14th. Mark Ward right behind him. He is in 15th. And Jeff Laraway rounds out the tail end of the field in 16th in the number 71. Only 16 more laps to go. And Zachary Ward is now your leader. And that number 5 Chevy Camaro, that is a fast car. Everywhere we go, Zachary Ward continues to impress us. Puts that car near the front. Him and Brandon Fiedler, man, those guys just know how to be consistent no matter what track we go to. Zachary Ward shows us he can get it done at super speedways. Now, before we got the season started, he said he has his worst luck at the super speedways, and then he goes out and wins the first race of the year. So, talk about having a great start to the season and getting rid of some of that bad luck. Every time we go to Talladega or Daytona, it always seems like he gets caught up in some wreck towards the end and finishes outside the top 10, but comes away with the win at Daytona. That was an awesome race if you guys missed the first race of the year. Steve Mormon, though, in that 26 car, trying to get back to the lead. He wants his first win in the iRacing Fun League, so he's trying hard to get up to Zachary Ward's bumper here. Brandon Fiedler still right behind him in the mix. Steve Mormon had one of the fastest cars in practice. These guys are definitely shifting out there, as you can hear. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead, and since we're on Steve Mormon, let's take a ride with him around this track from his perspective. So we're going to watch him chase down the lead of Zachary Ward. He's right now on the back half of the track. Definitely gaining on the 5 car. You can see him making some moves, gaining some space. He loses a little bit right there, but he was gaining on him for a little bit. There are spots where he's quicker than the 5 car. Definitely gained a lot of time up there. Looks like Zachary Ward fell back a hair, but then see how they fare through this final turn of the track. Oh, Steve got crazy loose. He's going to spin it. He spins it out, loses control from the 2nd place position. That's not what he wanted. Oh, man, final turn right behind the leader. He has the one of the fastest cars on track, And he was chasing Zachary Ward down, loses control. That's going to put him back to 4th. Still in a very respectable position, but we were having a great time watching him battle his way through the field up there to the front. We still got a lot of racing left to go. 14 laps is a lot of laps here at COTA, so anything can happen. He's still got some time to get back up there to the front. Alrighty, here's Brandon Feeler making his way back up to the front as well. Let's see if he can chase down Zachary Ward. So I've got COTA. COTA is in Texas, guys. If you don't know where it is, Austin, Texas, 2.26 miles long. And this is the new configuration that the NASCAR Cup Series, is running this year. It would have been interesting if we could have put some rain out there for these guys to see how they fared with the rain, but I don't know if any of these guys would have enjoyed that or not. It would have been a good show for us. But yeah, iRacing definitely has rain out there with one of their latest updates not that long ago. And I tried it out at the Roval, and man, it was hard, but it was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed trying it out. Jeffrey Belk in the 55, right now in the 9th place position. Kane Vandermark had a little bit of trouble early on. It looks like he used his fast repair. He's now in the 8th place position, trying to rebound nicely here, make his way back to the front. Derek Moore moving his way through the field. He's now moved up 5 spots from where he started in that 911 car. He's moved his way up into 12th. Trying to chase down Craig Bridge Jr. right in front of him. Looks like the whole field has now pitted. Max Tronin is currently in the 6th place position, trying to chase down Steve Mormon, who is right now top 5. See Steve Mormon hop that curb, got it on 2 wheels there. And that's what it takes to be faster on some of these turns. You want to hit that apex just right. Some of these turns, you want to get up on that curbing and almost kind of like slingshots you around if you can set it up right. Alrighty, let's go back up here to our 2 leaders, Zachary Ward and Brandon Feeler. Zachary Ward trying to keep it clean, maintains that lead. Here with Philip Beaver. Okay, Vandermark right there in front of Jeffrey Belk, got a little bit loose. He manages to save it. Just 11 more laps to go. Zachary Ward comes to lap number 22. It looks like Jeff Laraway's had an incident. Take a look here at the replay. Looks like he was just letting the cars go on by. I thought maybe something happened there, but the 39 car, Brandon Fiedler, seemed like it kind of hopped through those corners there. That's that new part of the track that we're running this year versus the last configuration. And Brandon is all over the bumper of that number 5 car, 4th position here. He's trying to get that lead away from Zachary Ward. He is to his bumper now, just waiting for the right opportunity to make his pass. We were talking about how Zachary Ward is very consistent in a lot of these tracks and a lot of these different types of tracks, but it's Brandon Fiedler who is Mr. Consistency as well. These two guys are watching on-screen battle for the lead, and you saw the 39 just get loose there a little bit. These two guys have been the most consistent all season long. You see them really excel at any type of track or discipline we go to, whether it's the trucks, the Xfinity Series, or the Cup Series. They're really good at anywhere we go. And anything you throw at Brandon Fiedler in that 39 car, man, he is sure to impress us. Always comes away in a top 3. And it seems like, man, it takes a lot to beat him. And if you don't finish top 3, he's usually wrecked out or something. But, man, he is so good at all these tracks. One of these races, we're going to find out where he struggles at. But so far, he is good at every single track we go to, and it's really impressive. Ten laps to go here at COTA. This race is winding down. Let's go ahead and take a look at John Ziedrich past Kane Vandermark. Let's take a look at that. Oh, Kane Vandermark went off track. Had a little bit of incident there. Wes Gallo, Steve Mormon incident. Here's the replay. Oh, Steve Mormon going in too hot. And that's going to mess up his race. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Without there being a caution in this race, what I mean by that is I don't think he's going to have enough time to really rebound from that. But he went through there pretty good, got to the bumper of the 07. He was looking to the inside to make the pass, and I think he just locked him up. It looked like Wes kind of slowed down quicker than Steve was really anticipating, and Steve locked him up and spun it out. Unfortunate for the 26 car. He was having such a good race. We were looking forward to him being up there towards the front, and he did really well last time at Watkins Glen, and we thought tonight this was going to be his night to win this thing, but apparently Steve's struggling a little bit out there. All right, and Marty Calvert to the lead. Where did he come from? All righty, let's go ahead and take a look at this, guys. Let's go ahead and rewind this so we can take a look at Marty Calvert passing Brandon Fiedler for second. So here's the 16 car. He's currently in third. Oh, the 2 leaders wrecked. I didn't even see that. Let's take another look at that. All right, Zachary Ward, here's the replay. Brandon Fiedler, this is battle for first and second. So Zachary Ward sends it in. This is turn number 1. And the 39 car down to the inside sends it in hard and gets to the inside of the 5. And those 2 guys make contact. That's going to allow the 16 of Marty Calvert on by and take that lead away from these 2 guys. Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't think there would be this much action here at COTA. I thought with this being a road course, everybody's going to get strung out. Look at Marshall Dugan getting crazy through the S's. Gets it way off on 2 wheels. And he's going to lose control. Already back up here to live racing. Marty Calvert is your new leader in the number 16. He's last week's winner. We'll see if he can go back-to-back here at COTA with just 8 more laps to go. Brandon Fiedler is now P2. Got around Zachary Ward once again. And he's going to have to go. Oh, he gets on 2 wheels like we saw Marshall Dugan do, but he managed to keep it straight and in the right direction. This 39 and 5 car really putting on a heck of a battle all race long. It's still anybody's race this late. The 5 car, the 39 car, and the 16. Talk about Marty Calvert, though. Winning last week at a super speedway style racing at Atlanta. Had a good race there, and now comes to the next race, which is a completely different discipline here at COTA. Different car, different track, and looking to go back-to-back, 2 wins in a row in the iRacing Fun League. That's really impressive. We did interview Marty before this thing got started, and he definitely said he likes COTA and enjoys this race, so it definitely shows right here on his on-track performance. Already back here to Wes Gallo and Steve Mormon. Looks like Steve's not getting back to where he wanted to be. He's right now in the 5th place position still. And gets it loose again. I'm sorry, Steve. I don't mean to. He spins it out on the final turn again. We watched him do that earlier in this race. I think we'll just let Steve be for the rest of the race and won't jinx him. And the 911 car of Derek Moore, he had a pull off track a little bit there, got really loose. Lets these leaders on by. Let's ride on board with Zachary Ward as he tries to chase down the 2nd car of Brandon Fiedler, P2. If I remember correctly, these cars have a lot of wheel hop when you're downshifting through these turns on these road courses. Or I might be mistaken, it could be the trucks. It's either the Xfinity or the truck series, but you got to really watch your downshifts. These are still the H pattern shifters. And if you downshift, you got to watch your RPMs and everything. That you can wheel hop it through the corner. And when you do that, that upsets the car greatly. You spin out and lose traction like we saw Steve Mormon do. But it's definitely a big thing with these cars, and I believe the trucks, more importantly, because there's no weight in the rear of the trucks either. Brandon Fiedler 1 second off the lead of Marty Calvert. Zachary Ward is 4 seconds back. Through the S as the leaders go. There's Marty, Brandon, and Zachary Ward. Brandon was definitely catching him. Now he's fallen back to 1.7 seconds back. Still chasing down the leader. Let's see if he can get there before this thing is over. We're coming up to 5 laps to go here shortly. Looks like Brandon I'm sorry, Corey Goodall looks like he went off track here. Let's see if we. Locked him up there in the grass area off track. Not too bad. Alrighty, there's Marty Kelver in the 16 coming up to Corey Goodall, trying to put him the lap down. With just 5 laps to go, we're watching the lap times, trying to see if Brandon's going to be able to catch the leader of Marty Calver, but he's losing space. He's losing time here now. 2.0. Let's see. Did he lose? Did he spin out? He lost a lot of time through the S's. Zachary Ward has an issue too. Here's a replay. We just saw Brandon lose a lot of time through the S's. Oh, and there it is, Zachary Ward. He saves it, doesn't spin out, but that just lost him a lot of time. And I believe the same thing happened to Brandon Feeler, because we were watching that interval from the leaders, and now Brandon's now back to 2.3 seconds back. Let's see where Wes Gallo. Wes Gallo's trying to chase down Zachary Ward. He's in the 4th place position. I had really high hopes for Steve Mormon out there tonight in the 26 car. Had a great practice run. He's fallen back to 33 seconds back off the leader, still on the lead lap. Max Tronin, who started on the pole here tonight in the number 8 car, he is currently in the 6th place position. And Zachary Ward continues to fall back as well. He is now 12.4 seconds back off the leaders. Marty Calvert coming up to a lap car of Kane Vandemark. Kane said he was going to put on a show here tonight. So Kane, if you go back and watch this, now's your time. I'm just teasing. He knows what that's all about. Don't worry, Kane. I've been in that position many times, and these road courses can be very unforgiving. I feel like these road courses, I always practice and practice, and I try to get better and better at them, and then come race day, I'll always mess up somewhere, and I just throw all that practice right out the window, and I end up looking like I don't know what I'm even doing out there. So it's hard. It's one of those tracks where road course racing really isn't my forte. I'm not really good at it. I love doing it, though. It's a lot of fun. But definitely, it's just hard to be consistent lap after lap. And I definitely struggle with it. I know a lot of these other guys struggle with it as well. Craig Bridge currently in the top 10 position. Already back up here to the leaders. Marty Calvert still holding on to the lead. He's 2 seconds ahead of Brandon Fiedler, but Brand's closing in. He's now under 2 seconds. He's made up a lot of time this last lap. Went from 2.5 seconds now to 1.7. You can see him coming. Is it going to be enough time, though, before this race is over? We only have 3 laps to go, and it looks like the leader's coming to 2 laps this time by as he heads to the final turn. There's the final turn of the track. At the line, 2 laps to go this time by. All top 10 cars are all on the lead lap. Kane Vandemark is your first car, 1 lap down in 11th. Corey Goodall is 12th. Derek Moore is 13th. Mark Ward is 14th. Marshall Dugan is 15th. Jeff Laraway is 16th. And I am on the leaderboard accidentally. I was supposed to hit watch race, and I ended up participating and signing up for the grid, which I wasn't supposed to. Brandon is definitely catching. We're watching him as he makes his way to the leader. 1.1 seconds back now off the lead. Let's see if he can do it this time. He's going to have 1 more lap to give it a go if he wants to make the pass for the lead. I'm sure he's tired of finishing runner-up in these races. Definitely looking to get back to victory lane. He's hovering right at that 1 second mark. Alrighty, white flag is in the air. Final lap. Marty Calvert has the lead. And we're going to watch to see if Brandon can get to him. Only 1 second back. He's got to make his move this final lap. Marty's got to keep a clean lap here, no mistakes. Through the S's they go. Brandon is catching them now under a second. Can Marty do it? Can he lead this race on the final lap? Keep a clean lap this whole second half. They're now halfway through this track. He's just got a few more turns to go. He's got to keep that fast number 39 car from charging up through the field and make the pass here. Let's see if he can do it. Brandon's still at that 1 second mark, trying to gain on him. It's interesting watching these guys and seeing where they're faster at and where some of them are slower at compared to other drivers, and you can see where Brandon makes his time up. Oh, I thought we lost connection there. That was interesting. It looked like SDK glitched out for a second. But there you have it, coming to the line. It's Marty Calvert with the win. Brandon Fiedler comes home P2. Zachary Ward is 3rd. Wes Gallo is P4. Once again here at these road courses, had another top 5 finish. Steve Mormon, who we thought had the fastest, well, he does have the fastest car on track, but he also thought he would have a great race out there tonight. We're looking to see if he could pull away his first win in the iRacing Fun League. He finishes top 5. Not the night he was looking for, but still had a great car and had some really good lap times and really impressed us overall. Max Tronin finishes P6. Philip Beaver out there. He is currently, or he finishes P7. Jeffrey Belk finishes P8. John Ziedrich out there. He finishes P9. Craig Bridge Jr. finishes 10th. And that's your top 10. Kane Vannemark finishes 11th. Corey Goodall finishes 12th. Derek Moore 13th. Mark Ward 14th. Marshall Dugan 15th. Jeff Litterway 16th. There is your results. Alrighty, we're going to watch the leader as he makes his way around this track back to the start here. These guys have to do one cool down lap. There you have it. Marty Calvert goes back-to-back in the iRacing Fun League, gets his second win of the year. Really impressed us here tonight. For a moment, we were wondering where he even came from. We were watching the three leaders of Zachary Ward, Steve Mormon, Brandon Fiedler. Those guys seemed like they had the three fastest cars on track. Wes Gallo in the mix as well. And Max Tronin even battled up there as well for position. And then Marty Calvert just came and stole away the show. Talk about an impressive win. Wins it at Atlanta and comes to the first road course and gets the second win of the season. Marty Calvert burning it down in Austin, Texas at Circuit of the Americas, race number 3 of the 2025 season. All right, let's see if we can pull up Marty Calvert in the chat and congratulate him on the win. There's Philip Beaver right there next to him, congratulating him. All right, let's go ahead and pull him up here in the booth. Hey, Marty, David up in the booth. You got me?
I'm here.
Hey, congratulations. Back to back. Were you expecting to pull away your second win of the season here at COTA?
No, definitely wasn't. I kept seeing Brandon getting closer and closer in the mirror, and I felt like I could get through the S's faster, but then he had other spots that were faster. So I knew his car was handling crap like mine, and it was just going to come down to who made a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. It was interesting because, like, at most of these road courses, you could see where one driver's faster than another in certain areas, and like we would watch Brandon catch you and then lose on you and then gain on you, and it was pretty interesting and good to watch.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. That's my first road course win in a league, so this is a fun night.
Well, hey, congratulations! Your first road course win, and also the first time we hosted this race here in the Fun League. So that's awesome. That's 2 for 1 there. But hey, congratulations, going back-to-back wins. 2 totally different tracks. So that really impresses me there. The super speedway style racing to a road course. Talk about different styles of racing, and you go back-to-back.
Yeah, last week, I'm known for not liking super speedway racing. There's an art to it. I'm still learning it. Sometimes I feel like I kind of get in the zone and it works, but most of the time it doesn't. So last week I really lucked into the win because everybody wrecked in front of me off the last turn, and I just sailed across the finish line. So backing it up with this one and really working for it, I feel like I earned it, and that kind of validates last week.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you 100%, man. That's awesome. And talk about an impressive run. Now, tell me, where did you come from throughout the field? I mean, the whole race, we were watching Brandon Fiedler, Zachary Ward, and even Steve Mormon. He had one of the fastest cars on track. So we were watching these guys the whole race. And next moment, we look up, and these guys in the front were having issues, and you just came up and stole the show away.
Yeah, I had to start from the back. At the end of line, since I finished first last week. I think I made it about halfway through the field on the first lap because everybody was tiptoeing, and I was not quite tiptoeing. I just kind of took a risk there. So I got myself in a good position early. And after the first green flag run, I could tell I needed to conserve a little bit more because the back end was just getting so loose. So on that second run, I was a lot more mindful of how much throttle I was using coming out of the corners, and I think that helped with the tires and just getting my exit speed up. And yeah, Steve definitely I think had the fastest car tonight. He just had a couple of bad situations there that caught him up. I thought he was going to be the guy to beat for sure, and Brandon was very close behind him. So um, I didn't know if I'd get around Brandon or not, but once I did, it's like, all right, let's just stay in front. Don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake. My heart rate was probably like 180 there at the end.
Oh, I don't blame you one bit. Yes, and sometimes that's like the hardest laps to complete there at the end when you're leading this thing, and you just got to have a clean lap, and especially keeping the 39 car behind you, man. That's no easy feat. But man, you did a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. This is a great start to the season. Got my teammate Philip. This is our first real true run with the F.U.N series. So hopefully we're making friends. I've enjoyed talking to folks, getting to know people, and getting out on track together. And I'm really looking forward to this schedule coming up. Phoenix and Homestead, a couple of my favorite tracks. So, I mean, I'm not going to say I could do 3 in a row, but I'll at least show up and make everybody work for it.
Yeah. That'll definitely be a hard thing to do. I don't know if we've had a single driver go 3 in a row. I have to go back and look at my notes or previous races here, but yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, Marty, congratulations, back-to-back wins, and we look forward to seeing you guys at Phoenix next week. So, congrats, man, and have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next Thursday.
All right, take care. Thank you.
All right, see you, Marty.
Yep.
Alrighty, there you heard it from your race winner. Marty Kelver goes back-to-back in the number 16 Chevrolet Camaro. We're going to go ahead and interview P2 runner-up finisher Brandon Fiedler, who had a heck of a run here tonight, just fell just so short on the win here at COTA. Hey, Brandon, stay with the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, David?
Hey, runner-up finisher once again. I know you're probably tired of hearing that, but man, you ran a great race. I know you had a little bit of mishap earlier with Steve in the race, but you managed to walk yourself all the way through the field, coming up P2. Walk us through COTA tonight and how it went for you.
That one we just Steve and I felt like we just ran out of room with each other. We luckily it was lap 1, so we could come back up through the field. We made our way all the way back up through the field before pit stops, and then right after pits, Steve fumbled at getting through the final corner, and I was able to get by him, and I ran down Zach. I made a dive on Zach in the turn 1. Accidentally turned him around. I stopped to make sure he could keep going, and then that's where Marty got around me. And for the life of me, anytime I would get within about a second of him, I'd screw up something going through the S's and hit one of those turtles and just could never get back to him. But all in all, I'd say I had a lot of fun tonight, and it had a great result for EG.
Well, man, I'm glad to hear you had fun out there. We had a blast watching you guys. Some of these road courses, watching it seems like, to me personally, I don't like watching like the professionals do it sometimes. It just seems like it gets kind of strung out and boring. But, man, you guys had a great race. You went back and forth, a lot of lead changes, and that was really entertaining. I saw the battles between you and Zachary Ward, like you were mentioning. It was really impressive and really entertaining, like I said. But, yeah, I saw once Zachary got around you, he would mess up, and then you'd get around him, and then he would get you back, and like that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like I said, this track actually was the front of the field was actually really close together, which was really surprising. And then at the end of the race, I checked the relatives at the end of the race, or at the splits at the end of the race, and it looks like Marty and I just started to take off from the rest of the field. I think if I would have had a little bit more rear tire grip, I would have had something for him, but at that point, I was just kind of hoping he would screw up somewhere, and he didn't. And so, big congrats to Marty on going back to back in wins this season.
Say that again.
Oh, I was just saying, congrats to Marty for going back to back in wins this season.
Oh, wins the season. Oh, sorry. Yep, I thought you were asking when something. My bad. Anyways, yeah, I know. Impressive back to back. Has anybody gone 3 wins in a row last year? You or Luke or somebody, or no?
I think I had come close. I think I was the closest at 2. I know Luke was 1 on, 1 off a lot, but I don't think anybody's gone 3 yet.
Yeah, so I think that's the record, 2 wins in a row so far between you and I think Marty Kelvert. And I had to go back and check the previous races and see if anybody else have gone more than 2 or anything. But yeah, congratulations though, P2. Still an impressive night. And man, I talk about running your way through the field. That's not an easy thing to do, especially with these road courses. So definitely an impressive race though.
Yeah, for sure. I am tired.
I don't blame you.
That was a lot of fun, but I am tired.
All right, Brandon. Hey, man, I appreciate you talking with us. And hey, once again, congratulations. I know you wanted to win, and we all want to win. But yeah, talk about an impressive race. And man, consistency is just your name. Congratulations, P2 here tonight. We look forward to watching you guys race here next week at Phoenix. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for putting on the broadcast. And yeah, hopefully we can put on a good show at Phoenix next week.
No problem. Take it easy, Brandon.
Yeah, you too.
All right, there you heard it from Brent Feeler. The 39 car comes home P2. Let's go ahead and pull up our third place finisher, which was Zachary Ward in that number 5 car. He had a heck of a night out there. So let's go ahead and pull him up. Hey, Zach, State of the Blue, you got me?
Hey, David, what's up?
Man, talk about a crazy COTA race. I didn't have much expectations going into this one. I didn't know how it's all going to play out. I haven't really broadcasted too many actual road courses because we didn't have that many last year. But that was a lot of fun. I don't know how it was for you. You were up there in the mix. You took the lead away. We had a lot of lead changes. The battles between you and Brandon Feeler were just awesome. We talked to Brandon moments ago. And walk us through this race tonight, how you felt about it, and coming home P3 here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the P3. I just couldn't save tires. I don't know why. I think I was just roasting them on corner exit, but yeah, I think I played around with Wes there in the beginning a little bit too long. I probably should have been a little bit more aggressive to try to put some distance between because I mean Brandon and Steve, those guys were the class of the field. Those guys, if they didn't get involved in anything, they would have drove away from everybody. So probably messed around with Wes a little bit too long. And then yeah, just roasted him on the last run. So, and then I felt bad. I kind of put Brandon in a bad spot there, and when I was trying to block because I knew if he got by me, he was just gonna drive away from me. So I kind of got into him there into one, just being a little bit aggressive. So sorry to him for that for sure.
Yeah, nonetheless, though, I mean, you put on a heck of a race, and talk about going from Daytona, winning that one, to almost winning this one here at COTA, and I was even telling Marty, it's like, man, it's impressive how you go from one discipline of style racing to another and just really dominate. So, I mean, I know you didn't get the win you were looking for, but still top 3 finish and led a lot of laps here tonight. Still an impressive race, and we had a lot of fun watching you out there.
Yeah, no, that was a blast, man. All those battles were fun with Steve, Marty, Brandon, Wes. I mean, those were all fun. I mean, we battled pretty clean up there for the most part. I mean, everything that happened was accidental. There was no like dirty racing or anything up there. So, but yeah, looking forward to definitely getting back into like the 1.5 mile and short track stuff. So that's definitely in my wheelhouse. I'm looking forward to Phoenix.
Oh yeah. Well, you got me there too. I love the 1.5 miles. Those are definitely my favorite. And yeah, Phoenix is going to be a fun one. It's going to be interesting to see you guys get back out there to the normal tracks that we normally go to. But hey, Zach, thanks for talking with us in the booth. Congrats on a top 3 finish. Off to a really great start here this season. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Thank you for broadcasting too.
Hey,
can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you for putting on these races and hosting them this year. I appreciate that and everything you do.
No problem at all, man. I enjoy it.
All right, have a good weekend, Zach. We'll see you next Thursday.
Yes, sir. You too.
There you have it from Zachary Ward. Comes home P3 tonight at COTA. Let's go ahead and pull up P4, which is Wes Gallo in the 07 car. Let's see his point of view from this race. Hey, Wes, it's David Booth. You got me?
Yeah, yep, I got you.
Hey, man, P4, about where you finished last year at Watkins Glen. How did you feel about COTA here tonight? You led some laps here tonight, and it looked like you were feeling really strong in the first half. And then Steve Mormon got around you guys, and I don't know what happened in the second half.
Well, the class of the field were very obviously Brandon and Steve. Once they caught up to us, I knew that there was no shot at anybody doing anything other than them running away. Obviously, it turned out a little bit different, but towards the end of the run, by the time Steve caught us, my rear tires were cooked just fighting off Belk and Zach. And yeah, and then I stayed out an extra lap and never could really close the gap, and then burned my stuff up trying to catch up. And P4, it's a good thing to be disappointed in yet again.
Yep, I hear you. I mean, you were really impressing us the first half of this race. You led a lot of laps, led the first lap, made some passes, and then, or towards the second half, you made some passes too. But, man, you definitely looked like you had one of the cars to beat, along with Steve Mormon. And then I saw Steve made the same mistake twice right near you, and it was just it was a funny race. It was definitely entertaining. I didn't think COTA would be this much fun to watch, but we definitely had enjoyed watching you guys out there.
I was thinking at like the halfway point, I'm gonna ping everyone on our Discord channel we have and say something to the effect of, if you didn't like that road course racing, then I don't know, something mean.
Yeah, see, COTA's fun to race. I generally don't watch COTA when the NASCAR Cup Series go there, but I don't know. To me, it just doesn't seem like it's a lot of fun to watch it on TV. But watching this broadcast, it would definitely change my mind. It was a lot of fun to watch this.
The short layout should be a lot of fun. Usually even on iRacing, you'll have road races that just get really drawn out, and they can get boring. But the fact that from the green flag into the checkered flag, there were minuscule time gaps all over the field. Like, there were fights everywhere. I will dare to say that was genuinely a great race to watch and participate in.
I can't agree more with you there. Yeah, it definitely was a great race, and you guys definitely put on a good one. I couldn't believe all the lead changes we had and all the passes. I thought, we'd get one or two guys out there and would lead the whole race, but we generally had like 5 guys up there contending for the win. So yeah, definitely was a fun one to watch.
Everyone was just racing so close. You got no rear tires because the way you're fighting each other, and then you're trying to push braking with tires that are aging on a super hot track. It was just a recipe for just awesomeness, man.
Definitely, and I definitely think that shorter version of this track probably helped as well.
Yeah, I think this is an obvious yes vote to bring back for next year.
Alrighty, Wes, thanks for talking with us. P4 tonight. Congrats on the top 5, and hey, we'll talk to you next Thursday. You have a great weekend.
Yes, you do the same. I'm still waiting for that victory. Maybe I can get some redemption at Phoenix. Let's get it.
Right. Hey, you and Steve both of you are still searching.
I was gonna tell you, if we created a fun fantasy league, I would tell you to take Steve, and he screwed the pooch on that one for us.
Yeah, that's true. All right, man. You have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
You did the same. See it.
All righty, Wes Gallo comes home P4. We're going to round out our top 5 and last finisher, Steve Mormon. Let's go ahead and interview him. We want to talk with him, and this should be a good one. Hey, Steve. It's David up
Hey. Hey, David.
Hey, man. Walk us through that one. I know you're probably dreading this interview for P5, but man, we had such high hopes. You were off to a great start. I was so impressed with your driving. Made your way through the field. You were at the back there with Brandon because that little mishap on lap 1. But man, you raced your way through the field, took the lead away, and then walk us through what happened there after that.
So, well, first of all, I stuck around because I wanted to talk to you because this is therapeutic for me. But yeah, so it was last corner, right? Just trying to keep up with Zach, and I was in first gear, and I think I just put too much wheel into it and hit the throttle a little too hard too early, and the back end went around, and that was that. Once you spin around, tires are cooked. It's kind of the end of it. I knew I was fast, right? But I knew I needed 35 laps, right? 35 lap race. So I needed 35 laps of consistency and not that one mistake. And, I ran 33 good laps. So it's just a part of the growing process, I suppose. But, on the bright side, Yeah, getting involved in a wreck was probably my fault. On lap one, turn one, sucks on a road course, but it was pretty damn fun to go from last to first and to work my way through the field like that. That was awesome. That's something I'll never forget. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't end in a win, but it's still a positive stepping stone for him.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, that's got to boost your confidence way up there, too, because I mean, that's not an easy feat, especially at these road courses, to go from the back to the front. That's not something that's easily done, and you really impressed us with that. Definitely had one of the fastest cars on track. You and Brandon, probably the two fastest cars in the whole field. But man, yeah, racing through the field, that was something to watch. I don't normally watch these real races when they go to COTA and these road courses, but watching this broadcast, you guys put on a heck of a race, and we saw a bunch of lead changes and passes for back and forth in the top 5, and it was a pretty good race. So, I mean, overall, did you like the shorter version running? You think that helped this track?
Yeah, yeah, it was nice. It cut the lap times down. It's a lot of second gear, but so be it. You can drop it into first on a lot of these turns if you need the rotation, and that's what I did. Maybe you could keep it in second and save your tires. I don't know, but I liked it. I like road courses. It's kind of my bread and butter. It's different, right? It kind of throws a wrench into the season. And it really forces everyone to be solid in every discipline, especially for a chase to get into the playoffs and win a championship. We don't have enough road courses, I don't think, to where it like could alter a championship, but maybe it gives a guy a win where he wouldn't have gotten a win otherwise, and all of a sudden he's a title contender. So yeah, no, I really like it.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Everything you said. And yeah, it was a lot of fun watching you guys. And yeah, we are definitely rooting for you. I was hoping you'd get your first win here tonight. I was even talking about Wes said something about looking for his first win. I'm like, yep, you and Steve both. Both of you guys battling it out. It's going to be interesting to see who can get their first win.
Yeah, I know. This was my chance. Now we're back to Phoenix next week. These guys are so good at ovals. Yeah, I said earlier in the year I need to work on my long-term pace, so hopefully I can improve there next week.
Definitely. Well, hey, Steve, thanks for talking with us. And hey, real quick before we get out, did you ever change tires, or did you stay on the same set the whole time?
Oh yeah, no, I changed. I don't know how you could go through that race without changing tires. Although it was only at like 82%, 86%, something like that, so it wasn't terrible. But did you talk to anyone that didn't change tires?
That was a question I was going to ask more of these guys, and I forgot. I know that I can't remember if it's the Roval or one of these tracks. I noticed some of these road courses we go to, tire fall off isn't that big. But I was wondering if here in the Xfinity Series or at COTA, if it really mattered, and I'm assuming it did.
Yeah, it felt like driving a boat.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, heavy and a lot of weight shifting and sliding around, but it felt like a dirt track, honestly, in some portions, especially at the end of a run.
I gotcha. Yeah, I can't remember where I was last time at what track, but there was a track I went to, a road course, and it's like the tire fall off wasn't very big, so I didn't change tires a whole lot. But yeah, good to know. And yeah, I'm glad you were out there, had a good time, and I know it's not the win you were looking for, but still top 5, still real respectable, and you had a really good race, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I need a beer and a cold shower. That was tough.
I don't blame you one bit. All right, Steve. Hey, congratulations on top 5, and have a good weekend. We'll see you next Thursday at Phoenix.
See you, David. Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Alrighty, guys. That's going to do it for tonight. Let's go ahead and show you your results one more time before we head out. Marty Calvert goes back-to-back in that number 16 car. Brandon Fiedler, who is still Mr. Consistency, he finishes P2, runner-up finisher. Zachary Ward comes home P3 in the number 5. He's also off to a really good start to this season. Wes Gallo, who maintains his top 5 finishes here at these road courses. Steve Mormon comes home top 5. Max Tronin is 6. Philip Beaver comes home P7. Jeffrey Belk finishes P8. John Zedrick III comes home P9. Craig Bridge Jr. finishes P10. Kane Vannemark in the 4 car, he finishes 11th. Corey Goodall finishes 12th. Derek Moore finishes 13th. Mark Ward 14th. Marshall Dugan 15th. Jeff Laraway 16th. And that is it for tonight at COTA. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you, Caitlin, David Galloway, and Troy Force. Hope you guys got some dosage of your favorite drivers out there. If not, next time, hey, leave a comment. We'll pull them up here. We'll interview them. Still trying to get Craig Bridge and Jeff Laraway in here so I can interview those guys as well as this race goes on. I don't think I forgot to interview Philip Beaver. Still have to get him up here in the booth sometime and interview him. But yeah, hopefully we gave a little bit of everybody a little bit of time. I didn't get the Dugan here tonight. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Next week on Thursday, we're going to be at Phoenix in the truck series. So that's going to be a really cool race. I still got to pick which races I want to run. I want to get out there and run a couple races throughout this season. I'm not going to broadcast the entire season, but there's a couple that I want to run. So I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll probably stream those races. I won't be broadcasting it, but it'll be like half broadcast, half stream. And it'll still be cool. But thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Thursday at Phoenix, and have a good night and good weekend, guys. See ya.